Hello Sagittarius, Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. Welcome to your decision reading. This reading runs roughly from mid-July through to mid-August. We're going to be looking at two pathways here, two choices. I'd like you to take a moment and consider what your choices are. What are your options? And then I'd like you to assign one of your choices to be represented by path 1 and the other of your choices to be represented by path 2. Two separate spreads here. So we'll start by talking about the messages coming in, beginning with path 1. So I'm seeing you retreating from the world and taking some time by yourself to contemplate, to sort things out, to think things through. Some of you may be going to an actual physical place that you find very safe, secure, and comforting. It's almost like this little hideout, this little hiding place that you go to. It feels like it might be out in nature. This is very much hermit energy. It's very inward looking, very contemplative, doing a lot of internal work, some soul searching going on here. For path 2, I'm seeing the need for you to go through things with a fine-toothed comb. Pay very close attention to details. Read the fine print. Have someone else read the fine print. Do not overlook anything, no matter how small or trivial it may seem. It's important. So do your due diligence here. Messages for Sagittarius for a decision to be made. Running from mid-July through to mid-August. Cards are very jumpy. What does Sagittarius need to know about path 1 and path 2? Messages of guidance for Sagittarius regarding a decision to be made. Path 1 and path 2. What does Sagittarius need to know about path 1 and path 2? Messages of guidance for Sagittarius. Okay, that's it. Overall energy for path 1, we have the 6 of Pentacles, compromise. Two things to consider about this path. We have the Queen of Cups, receptivity, and the 10 of Cups, harmony. Where this path could lead you, should you choose to go down it. 3 of Cups, celebration. And the Strength card, courage. Wow, that looks absolutely beautiful. Overall energy for path 2, we have the 7 of Pentacles, patience. Two things to consider. 3 of Swords, isolation. And playfulness, the Knight of Wands. Where this path could lead you, should you choose to go down it. Ace of Pentacles, maturity, and the Moon, past lives. Okay. Let's start by talking about path 1, compromise. So you may need to compromise what it is that you want versus what it is that someone else wants. Your vision versus reality. Or your vision versus someone else's vision, but the need to come to an agreement. This also speaks about balance, about give and take that is equal. So there's fairness here. Now you have the Queen of Cups and the 10 of Cups. This is amazing energy. This is very fulfilling on an emotional level. This is filling up your heart with beautiful love. This could be an actual person that, you know, you're dealing with. This Queen of Cups, it can be a male or female, possibly a water sign, or at least someone who is very in tune with their emotional side and is not afraid to express their feelings. They're very candid with you. This person is probably really opening up to you, and either you or them or both of you, because there's mutuality here, are really opening up your hearts, you know, showing what's in your heart, getting vulnerable. But that's a beautiful thing. Really putting yourself on the line here. Really expressing yourself and being very open to receiving all that is good into your life, being open to receiving love from another person potentially. Also being open to receiving guidance from others coming from outside. You had a very internal contemplative energy coming in for the message, but there seems to be somebody else in this picture as well. Now, where this path would lead you, there's just so much fulfillment here. I see you celebrating. This can be with friends and family. This can do in your you know, maybe your own personal celebration dance by yourself, no one else watching you. But really jumping for joy. There's something that is so beautiful coming in for you. And I think you're going to want to shout about it from the top of a mountain and just tell everybody about how amazing this is. Looks very beautiful for you, Sagittarius. A lot of love and emotion. All of this love and emotion is feeding you. There was, I feel like you have been that aspect of yourself, the part of yourself that needs, you know, love and care and tenderness, has been starved. You know, it may have been in risk of wilting. But you see how this flower is flourishing in this very arid condition. You know, we've got these like rocks that it's growing out of. And there's a lot of beautiful, loving rains coming in and just nourishing that part of yourself that really needed that. And you are just soaking it all in, growing, expanding. It's beautiful. This is opening up new possibilities for you. This is really contributing to how you see yourself. There's a lot of self-esteem that you are gaining through this experience. You are becoming very firmly rooted, very stable, very strong. Beautiful. Now for path 2, we have the 7 of Pentacles, patience. Never an easy thing, but that's what's being asked of you at this time. So this is honoring the natural flow and rhythm of life, honoring the cycles. This may run the course, the full course of the time frame for this reading. So you may not see things come to a conclusion until mid-August. Perhaps even beyond that, but at least until mid-August as a time frame for when this reading is running. So be very patient with this. Be very gentle with yourself. And, you know, take care of you, you know, while you're waiting. Take care of your needs. Make sure your needs are being met. 2 things to consider here. There's a little bit of heartache going on. Feeling lonely is what it is. It's feeling like you've been left to your own devices. Maybe you feel like you're not being heard, or maybe you don't have somebody that you can talk to and kind of share your story with and get that weight off your chest, and so it's building within you and you're having a hard time with that. Look for an outlet. Look for a way to express yourself and let that energy out, because we don't want to have that being pent up inside of you. You need to find a creative outlet where you can express yourself freely, so that you can come back to that place where you feel good about yourself, where you feel more lightness and happy-go-lucky energy here with this Knight of Wands, playfulness. So we need to really do some work here. The Seven of Pentacles is about doing work and waiting for the payback on that work. So we need to actively work on taking steps to open up. If you've been really closed off from other people, we need to thaw that out, thaw those boundaries, and it's going to just feel so much better when you do. Really going to restore your buoyancy and your passion, because it feels like you are frozen in place right now with this energy. And we need to get, some warmth coming back in here. Now, where this could lead you, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Moon. Timing is important with this path, and we need to wait until it's ready, and it will become ready. There is this maturity, this maturation process here. For some of you, this is a fairly substantial financial payoff where your patience is really going to be richly rewarded with material abundance. These can be, financial resources, or anything else that you hold value to. You may find that you're still in the dark about something, because we have the Moon here. And it's like you're willing to allow it to be a secret, and I think that's a good thing. I see you being accepting of, turning your head, turning a blind eye on that, because you recognize that it's not the right time for you to know about that yet. But there's something here that is still yet to be revealed, something that is a secret, something that is mysterious. You're probably going to have an intuitive inkling as to what it is, but you are being guided not to probe too deeply into it. That being said, this is further down the path. Initially, the guidance was to leave no stone unturned. You have to do all of that work. Really, fine-tooth comb. Read the fine print. Don't be complacent. But as you proceed, once you've made that choice, so that's the key thing here. Once the decision has been made, if you find that there is something that is eluding you or a little bit mysterious, that's okay. It will be revealed in due time. Additional guidance for Sagittarius for Path 1. What else does Sagittarius need to know about Path 1? Additional message of guidance for Sagittarius. Choice. Of course. You know what? You're the last reading that I'm recording And I've done this decision series before, and I've actually never pulled the choice card, so it's kind of funny. You know, what else is new? We know it's a choice. But you can see here, I'll show you again, that this person has retreated to a place where they feel safe, where there is the time and space for consideration, for really turning in and figuring out what you want. And that's the message that came in for you initially, where you are physically going to be going somewhere. And it did seem it was more like outdoorsy, nature themed. Maybe you're going to go for a long walk or a little outdoor retreat that you like to go to, where you feel safe and where you are able to have the privacy and the time to consider everything that you need to. This is a pretty significant choice. And with the red, there's a lot of passion and a lot of love, you know, and we can see that with all the cup energies coming in here. What else does Sagittarius need to know about path 2? Additional message of guidance for Sagittarius for path 2. Hope. Okay. Because it does look there's going to be a moment where things look a little bit bleak, where you may feel like you've given up hope, where you feel like it's hopeless, you know, I'm not going to be able to push through this, it's always going to be this way, where I feel so lost and alone and isolated. You are being asked to have hope, to believe that the sun is going to come out and thaw that energy, to release you so that you are light and free and buoyant once again. And you can ask for that. You know, if you are someone who prays, you can pray for that. But hold on to that hope in your heart and that light, and it will guide you forward. And with that, we will conclude your reading, Sagittarius. And so I can't make the choice for you. It's going to be completely different for every single one of you watching. So my hope is that some of these messages have stood out for you and offered a little more clarity and insight into what it is that you're going through at this time. So I want to thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Feel free to leave me a comment below how this reading resonated with you. I'd love to hear that. And if you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can email me at cardinalsignstarot@gmail.com, and there's more information on that in the description box below. So good luck with your reading, Sagittarius. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.